Hi, I'm Mike Capizzola from the Investing Channel, and welcome to Wall Street Connected, the show that highlights what Wall Street's finest are researching online. Today we're going to talk about 22nd Century Group, a New York-based plant biotech firm that develops technology to control the level of nicotine in tobacco plants and cannabinoids in cannabis plants through genetic engineering and plant breeding. Product-wise, the firm produces low-nicotine cigarettes and tobacco products. The stock has had an incredible start to the year, rallying as high as 555% from November and outperforming 90% of the 11 other stocks in the cigarette sector. This has not gone unnoticed by the market, and according to Trackstar IQ, our proprietary search tracking tool, 23 institutional investors made 41 searches over the last 7 days. So what's behind the interest? Well, last week, CEO James Mish sent a letter to shareholders providing an update on the business, and top of his agenda was his belief that the firm is close to receiving modified risk tobacco product certification from the US FDA. 22nd Century cigarettes contain 95% less tobacco than normal cigarettes, and approval would make them the first and only company to receive such a designation for a combustible cigarette. He added that political change is likely a positive for his firm, and under a Biden administration, the FDA will refocus on implementing its comprehensive plan for tobacco and nicotine regulation, which caps the amount of nicotine in combustible cigarettes at just 0.5 milligrams of nicotine per gram of tobacco. If implemented, 22nd Century would have the only cigarettes on the market that meet the FDA's proposed standards of being minimally or non-addictive. Mish referenced a recent CDC survey that found that 2/3 of America's 34 million smokers want to quit, and when considering that this is a $50 billion industry in the US and a $700 billion industry globally, that's quite a compelling story. The shares are extremely cheap compared to its tobacco industry peers, but it is worth noting that during the pandemic, tobacco sales have soared as a combination of anxiety, boredom, stress, and the unexpected freedoms of social isolation combine. So for now, the plan appears to be wait for approval and political reform to push this stock higher, but investors will be mindful of relying on politicians and government agencies to implement quite radical reform in the face of one of the biggest lobby groups. Time will tell. That's all we have time for this week, but as usual, make sure to do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. And to find out more about our Trackstar IQ data, sign up for our free newsletter at investingchannel.com/Trackstar.